Good morning, everybody. This is Loose Change, volume 6.5. Still talking about the system, and I just wanted to reiterate my point on that whole video, y'all. So I wanted to say, when you look at the system, and we're so quick and we're so prone to put each other in the system, or whatever the case may be, whether it's the jail system, whether it's the court system, the legal system, or whatever the case may be. Um, when you look at when you look at um, the amount of money that we contribute to this government through these systems or whatever the case may be, when you look at um, the amount of pain and anguish that we put into each other because of this system or whatever the case may be, by voluntarily bringing each other into this system or whatever the case may be, rather than doing things the right way for the right reasons, we need to recognize that while they say it's for the betterment of us, it's for the betterment um, of society or whatever the case may be, that shit is simply just a lie. You know, we want to know how you know? Because when you get married, in order for you to go through a divorce, you have to first get married, right? There is nothing that the government gives you for getting married. There's nothing that the government and the system gives you for being married. And yet, they have their hands all in how the relationship ends, ladies and gentlemen. Whether we're talking about the lawyer system, whether we're talking about the alimony payments, all of these things, they have their hands all in how the relationship ends. They have nothing to do with how you got together. They have nothing to do with what goes on in your relationship and trying to provide some type of stability towards that relationship, yet they get to reap the benefits of you actually ending it. So if we're going to get married, why not stay married? Why keep putting money into their pockets just for us to end what they say that we should do? We should get married, family structures, family life, or whatever the case may be. Why end these situations based off of the stupid shit that we ended off of, or the dumbass shit that we choose to do? Why keep getting putting ourselves in these situations, ladies and gentlemen? The same shit with child support. While they talk about child welfare and the betterment of the kids, and it's all about the kids or whatever the case may be, if it really was about the betterment of our kids, if it really was about our kids being in a better position or whatever the case may be, wouldn't they be trying to do things to keep us together so our kids can have a two-parent household? Nope, they don't do that, or whatever the case may be. And even in the case of a separation or whatever the case may be, if it was for the betterment of the kids, shouldn't there be a thorough process that figures out where the kid would be best suited, rather than assuming that it would be one parent or the other? Ladies and gentlemen, it is our job, it is supposed to be our duty to put our kids in the best situation, or whatever the case may be. But so much of what we do now is based off of what? It's based off of what we think is best for us. We don't even think about the kids. Your number one job is to protect your kids, to do what's best for your kids. That's your number one duty on earth. It's the only God given job that you actually have. Everything else, you go to work. That's not because God wanted you to go to work, because there wasn't even a money system when this world started. All right? The only God given job on earth is to raise your children, to provide for your children, to make sure your children have. So it's your job and your duty to do what's best for your kids, and it's always going to be. And you can't sit back and think that people are going to do that for you, because they're not. You're an adult. Your kids need you. And like I said, if it was for the betterment and the protection of our kids, CPS and all of that stuff, if it was for child protective services, Child welfare is what it's called, y'all. And if it was for the betterment of our kids, the process would be handled a totally different way. The process would be handled in which there would be a complete screening process to figure out who the kid should be with and who is going to be more financially sound. And like I said in the video, yo, this system only when it comes to our relations with each other, this system only seeks to separate us. It only has something to do with us separating. It has nothing to do with us being a family, which is best for our kids. And I'm out. Show. Oh.